Today, we're going to be talking about the top 10 most expensive watches in the world for 2020. Let's do it. At number 10, we have the Patek Philippe 2523. This watch sold for $9 million at auction. Now guys, don't get me wrong, I love Patek Philippe and I love their world timers. But this watch, with these kind of weird looking hands and Roman numeral section in the middle of the world time, not gonna lie to you guys, it's like someone took an ugly stick and smacked a normal Patek Philippe world timer with it. It's not the most beautiful watch in my opinion, but that blue dial is very, very rare. So it does have that in its favor. At number 9, we have another Patek Philippe, the 1518 reference. Now this watch is a perpetual calendar and it's in stainless steel. So this watch, they made around 280 of them. Most of them were made in precious metal, pink gold and yellow gold. The stainless steel one sold for $11.1 million at auction in 2016. So this is a really rare Patek Philippe. And unlike that world timer, I really love the design of this watch. It's a classic moon face setup and it's absolutely stunning. Coming in at number 8, we have the Rolex Daytona Paul Newman, 6239 is the reference. Now this watch sold live on auction. I literally watched the watch sell for $17.2 million. Guys, this is one of the most legendary vintage Rolexes on the market. And to me, it's one of the most attractive Daytonas you can buy. Now on the watch, it's really cool. His wife actually engraved "Drive Slowly, Paul." So that's something that's kind of cool in the sense that she's engraved it and it's unique to Paul Newman. You know, he wore it himself and because of that, it's so valuable. He was an iconic actor at the time and this watch is his legacy. At number 7, we have the Jacob & Co Billionaires watch. Now guys, I actually do like Jacob & Co in most cases, but this watch, let's not lie to ourselves, it's hideous. I mean, Jacob & Co looked at what Hublot did, with the big band. They just put a bunch of diamonds on it. They saw that watch and they're like, you know what? We're gonna just one-up them. So this is just a watch flooded with diamonds. Yes, is it a tourbillon? It is. But for $18 million, guys, I mean, you could collect every vintage Patek in the world. You can have a bunch of, vintage, Rolexes. You could have the craziest collection ever. Floyd Mayweather has one. You know how he is. He likes to show off. I think this piece was mainly made for people to show off, to flex. But to me, it is not a real horological piece. At number 6, we have another Patek Philippe. This particular watch is a pocket watch. It's known as the Patek Philippe Henry Graves SuperComp. So basically this watch, it was made for a banker named Henry Graves back in the day. And this watch is made out of 922 components, guys. It's a super complicated Patek Philippe. It took them about 3 years to design the watch, just design it, and then to actually make it, it took them another 5 years. So this watch has gone through auction many times, and it's a very, very rare Patek Philippe. Now this, in my opinion, is worth the price of around $24 million. This is a piece that has horological value in the watch industry, and it's not like that, other watch we talked about at number 7. For number 5, we have the Chopard 201 carat watch. Yeah, guys, so Danny's gonna pop up a picture of this watch. So how do you read the time? I mean, can you guys read the time? I can't read the time on that thing. The watch face is about this big. I don't know what Chopard was thinking with this watch. It's not really a real watch. It's more like you're buying the stones. And that's about it. I mean, there's nothing crazy about this watch except for the fact that it's a watch that you can't read the time. It's, you're better off kind of investing just in normal diamonds. But this watch goes for $25 million, guys. So it makes our list at number 5. Coming in at number 4, we have the Breguet Grand Complication Marie Antoinette. Now, this lady was the Queen of France before the French Revolution. She was the last queen, actually. And Breguet, as we know, the godfather of modern watchmaking, made this pocket watch for her. It has around 820 components. This watch is super, super rare and super complicated. It was made specifically for her, and it is definitely worth the price of $30 million. This is a watch that currently sits in a museum and is a legend in the watch industry. For number 3, we have the Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime. Now guys, this watch actually broke the previous record of being the most expensive watch sold at auction, $31 million. But it's a Patek Philippe and it's a very, very complicated one. This watch apparently has never been worn before, which is absolutely insane. This is definitely a collector piece for the very hardcore. And in my opinion, at $31 million, it's worth it because, like I said before, it's a Patek Philippe. It's gonna be part of horology history forever. Number 2 is the Graff Diamonds Fascination. Well, I don't know what they were fascinated with. Definitely not telling the time because, again, this is a watch you can't tell the time on, guys. just buy the diamonds, man. Why are you buying this watch? Just buy the diamonds. Forget about trying to tell the time with this kind of piece. It's impossible. Graff is a company, I feel like they just, I don't know, they wanted to make a product to help them stand out, get some headline news. But let's be honest, guys, this watch is insanely ugly and you should never buy it ever, even if you have the money. And the price is $40 million, so don't do it. Finally, for number 1, we have the Graff Diamonds Hallucination. So the last one, for number 2, kind of had white diamonds. This one is just like a Candy Crush kind of look. You still can't read the time, of course. Why would you want to read the time at $55 million, right? No, you wouldn't want to, right? Best part is about this watch, has a quartz movement. They don't really talk about what kind of quartz movement it is. I'm betting it's like a basic Swiss quartz movement you could probably buy for $100 wholesale. Yeah, $55 million, guys. Yeah, please buy this. Just for a quick laugh, one of my honorable mentions is the Hublot Big Bang, flooded with diamonds. Now, this watch was gifted to Jay-Z by his wife in 2012, and the retail was $5 million. Guys, it's just a basic Hublot Big Bang just flooded with diamonds. We looked at a list recently in 2020, and the watch still was listed for $5 million. But this is retail, guys. So if you go back to the beginning of the video, we mentioned a bunch of watches that historically have gone up in auction almost every year. In my opinion, probably if this watch were to hit the gray market, it'd probably sell for $30,000, guys. So forget that $5 million number. That watch is definitely not worth that. And yeah, don't buy that Hublot. Today we discussed the 10 most expensive watches in the world, plus an honorable mention from Hublot. But let me know, guys, if you want me to make fun of more watches in honorable mentions in the future. Let me know in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll see you guys in the next video.